YouTube, we are back with another lesson. It is Money Monday once again. So you already know what that means, man. Finna go through some market analysis. Finna go through some trades I'm in. Finna go through some open P&Ls. Finna go through my Edge Finder software, see what some potential setups are looking like. And yeah, man, it's another day, another dollar. So you already know how it goes, man. So let's get straight to it. All right, man. Let's get this week started, man. Let's have a good week this week. All right. So first pair we're gonna go over is Aussie CAD. I've been in Aussie CAD for some weeks now, and it's doing exactly what I said I was looking for. If you go on my previous videos, I was either looking for a drop down to this key level with confirmation of Australian good news or some Canadian bad news to support my bias, or I was looking for a simple higher low, higher high, higher low. We broke out. Now it looks like we're making a higher low. I could be good to scale back into this trade to take it to the upside for profit. So this trade is looking decent technically. It looks like it's coming back, so I am not worried. We are failing to make new lows. We are consistently making higher lows, and now we just made a new high. So that's good confirmation that we are heading to the upside, but obviously nothing's guaranteed. So we're gonna keep eyeing it, see how price action is moving, and then we'll act accordingly. Pretty simple, right? Let's go to my journal, and we can see I am down $379 on Aussie CAD. Also, can't forget to mention I did exit Euro Canadian dollar at break even for a $38 profit, because even though Canadian had good news, this pair was just directionless. This pair, it just doesn't budge. It's just sideways choppiness. So I'd rather wait for a clear break in the direction to see where is this pair going, because I'm just holding the range. I'm tying up margin. It was pretty pointless, so I just closed it. I didn't like it no more. So that's the reason I closed EuroCAD. So I'm no longer in EuroCAD. I am holding these positions right here, which I'm about to go through. All right. So next, Euro Aussie. I held Euro Aussie through some drawdown. I held it through a not significant, but we went a decent amount in drawdown. Now we seem to be making new lows, new lower highs with another new low. I said this in my last video. I said what I was looking for. I said I was looking for a new low to confirm that we are heading back to the downside. And that's exactly what is happening. So it always feels good when your analysis comes through perfectly, you know? I got that keen eye for the markets. But yeah, Euro Aussie, we are sitting in $43 of drawdown, pretty much a break-even trade. I am weak on the euro, and I've been weak on the euro for the past few weeks because the euro has not been performing well. Their economy has not been looking well, and they even just lowered rates. Their economy needs more stimulation. It's not doing good. It's not doing good. I'm also in euro GBP sales because I am strong on the pound and weak on the euro. So I'm looking to take it down to this key level. And now let's go to the Edge Finder real quick so I can show you guys a little bit what I'm talking about. I'm going to remove my face. All right, so I'm about to go to my economic heat map, my economic surprise meter really quick, okay? And so if you guys look here, this is a surprise meter, which pretty much indicates that these currencies are either performing better than expected relative to news forecasts or worse than expected relative to news forecasts. So as we can see, euro has gotten a little stronger. It's at 57% now, but look at the pound. The pound is at 86%. Look at the New Zealand dollar at 88%. Canadian dollar is at 83% right now, but for some reason it still just does not look good technically. It just doesn't look good to me for some reason. Australian dollar is right in the middle. Swiss franc is on the weaker end. We have the Japanese yen on the stronger end, and then we have the US dollar on the weaker end. Now, you might be looking at this meter like, okay, it comes in weaker relative to news forecasts, blah, blah, blah. But what does that mean? How does it get this percentage number? Well, we're going to go right here really quick to the US economic heat map. And as we can see, this is how we get that score, that 38%. It calculates all data. I'm looking at all data, guys. We're looking at manufacturing PMIs, GDP, services PMI, retail sales, CPI, PPI, PCE, wage growth. I could go through the whole list. You guys can see it. And we can see we've been constantly getting worse than expected news on the dollar relative to forecasts. So therefore, it leaves us with the weaker US dollar impact, which makes me want to go against the US dollar. Whereas the pound, the UK economic heat map, we can constantly see these bullish readings relative to forecasts consistently. So this is pretty much a quick summary of the surprise meter and these heat maps that I look at, because I'm constantly looking at these when I'm determining what setups to take. This is also why I'm in pound USD buys, because I had a good entry technically, but now it's looking like it's coming against me right now a little bit. But overall, I am still bullish on this pair. I mean, we're still in a clean uptrend. We're still well above the 200 EMA. You know, it did break through this little trend line I drew for myself right here, but that's not the end all be all. I'm watching price action. I want to see, are we going to make a new low, or are we going to make a new little higher low and then come back and make a new high? I'm just watching price, seeing what happens, but I am not strong on the US dollar, so I'd be surprised to see a new downtrend forming. But then again, you never know. And in GBP USD, I am $443 in drawdown. And I don't know if I mentioned Euro GBP, I'm $161 in profit. This is the only pair that I'm actually in profit in right now. And then as you guys can see, Swiss yen, I'm down like 1,500. This is a bigger drawdown, but this is also going to be a longer trade. So GU looking a little rough right now. I'm not too worried. I really want to scale in. I still want to continue to scale into this trade, but I gotta watch price action first. We had some decent bearish moves right here. We got a big bearish candle. So I'm just monitoring it, not doing anything, just watching and being patient. And then we have Swiss yen. I don't really talk about this trade like that. I'm gonna hold this trade for a minute. This is off the daily. I plan to hold this trade for another month potentially. But what I'm looking for on this pair is I want to see it break out of this trend line. And then I want to see a new lower high, new lower low. So I want that confirmation that, okay, we're finally heading to the downside. And I will continue to scale into this trade more so I can hit. This will be a good hit. I can hit for $2,000 to $3,000 on this trade. It all just depends how it's looking technically and how much I want to scale in. But this can be a really, really good trade. The bigger drawdowns I'm in, the better the trade will become, which is why I love not using a stop loss. Whenever these trades go against me, I am looking to scale in by any means. How are we going to win this trade? What am I waiting for? What am I looking for? That's all I'm doing. These stop losses are not real. I don't have a risk to reward ratio, by the way, if you guys don't already know that. None of this stuff is real. None of it. It's all for giggles, man. It's all for giggles. I just look at it just to be funny. It's not real. I have an entry point and that's it. I don't have a stop loss and I do not have a take profit. I have an entry point and now I'm looking to make some money. That's all I'm doing. I'm looking to make money. I enter trades with small lot sizes. You guys can see I have my drawdowns marked down so I can just see on my trading view chart what is it looking like. And now we make some money. That's it. That's the game. Watch your economic data. We got some news coming out this week. We got not much actually. We don't got much. We got some CPI news coming out. We got some other Great Britain pound, has some GDP news coming out. Then we got some PPI news coming out, and obviously unemployment claims again. We don't really have much coming out this week, especially for the other pairs. No Australian news, no Canadian news. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how the price action looks. And before I log off this video, let's also look at what the banks did really quick. So what I'm gonna do is come to my institutional positioning, right? I'm gonna come to my commitment of traders data report. This is where all banks are required to report to the CTFC on a weekly basis. Every week they have to file legally. So I can see the bank's net positionings across all pairs. I can see their latest filing. I can see the difference between short contracts and long contracts in the past week. So I can look on the Swiss franc. I can see the boys, they just shorted 1,900 contracts compared to the 1,300 contracts long across institutions. It means they're getting short on the Swiss franc. We can see on the US dollar, they're taking away longs and sales. It's a very mixture with the dollar. Very mixed right now. Very mixed. They don't know what to do with the dollar. New Zealand, we're net long. I like to see that. I mean, well, I really don't care much. I'm not in New Zealand trades no more, but previously I was. Australian dollar, they were long. They were heavy on the short end. I don't like that. I'm long Aussie CAD. But the reason why I'm not too mad about it is because we can see the Canadian dollar is even worse. They took away longs and they added shorts. Whereas on the Australian dollar, they added longs and they added shorts. At least they didn't take away any longs compared to the Canadian dollar looking terrible. Something about the Canadian dollar is just always trash. The Great Britain pound was pretty break even. We're not too worried about that. We are in pound USD buys. Euro, we can see Euro's looking a little strong. They took away a lot of shorts last week. On the Euro. So we're just watching. And then obviously the Japanese yen, they added 10,500 short contracts. That is pretty hefty. I'm not going to lie. But then again, that is why Swiss yen is just getting mauled right now. Like Swiss yen is going way against me. So, and then New Zealand yen, I was in New Zealand yen. I should have closed it out for a profit, but I closed the trade too early. Like a goofy. So now I have to suffer the consequences. But it's all good, man. I love the game. You got to accept the bitter with the sweet. We in this game for life. This is my career. This is my livelihood. So I'm in it, man. I'm in it to win it. I'm in it for the biscuit. We ain't going to stop, man. But, you know, we see pound USD just shooting against me right now. Another day in the office. It ain't no big deal. But, hey, man, this is what it is. All pretty decent drawdowns right now. Nothing crazy. Waiting for reversals. Waiting for those bounces. Watching economic data to see what's going on. And with all that being said, man, that's Money Monday. That's what I'm looking at. That's what we in. That's what we looking for. So with all that being said, y'all, if you appreciated this lesson, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the sub button. Make sure you're controlling risk effectively in these markets. Do not lose your money because the market will take your money in an instant. So be safe, be cautious, be risk averse. And yeah, let's have a great week in the markets, man. Let's cook up. Every single week and every single month like we've been doing. So I'm looking forward to this week. I'm excited. I love Mondays. I wake up every Monday excited and happy to get on the charts, to now do these YouTube videos. So I'm excited to see what the week holds for us. And yeah, I'm going to catch y'all in the next lesson, man. Let's go. I'm out.